I was trying to run to make it like really exciting. I'm talking about Storm Runner, but I really just almost slipped and broke my ankle. That's fine. So excited to announce this is my first arc that I've ever had, and boy, it was a good one. So today we're talking about Storm Runner by J.C. Cervantes. This is a new Disney Hyperion novel that will be published the 18th of this month according to the spine. So I got this book as an uncorrected proof. I got it because I know a librarian, so I'm very thankful to that librarian, who's one of my good personal friends. You should know a librarian, and if you know one, thank them because they do amazing work that, like, if you're here watching this and you're a reader, you should know how much you appreciate librarians, and I have spent my childhood in a library, so that's another rant for another time. Today, we're talking about this book. What is it about? Well, you know, it's a Rick Riordan Presents. I adored this book. So I'm just going to read the back to you real quick. Feisty heroes, tricky gods, murderous demons, and spirited giants are just some of the pleasures that await in this fresh and funny take on Mayan mythology. As rich and delicious as a mug of authentic hot chocolate. So like the hot chocolate in this book is like the, wow, it's leaving me. I literally, you know how in Percy Jackson they drink that stuff and like, it starts with an A. Anyway, they have hot chocolate that cures stuff. So next part of this video, I want to introduce the author, J.C. Cervantes. She is also the author of Under the Tortilla Sun. I don't know much about Mayan mythology, but every time I read a Rick Riordan anything, I learn something new about mythology. And that's one of the most exciting things about these books is that they're so teachable. The fact that this book takes place in like New Mexico, they kind of travel like through like New Mexico to California. There's a lot of plants that are similar from there in that setting that are here in Texas as well. And I really appreciated Cervantes' effort to incorporate them into the story. Another thing I'm going to admit that I think is really cool about this book before I get too far off track is that each chapter has these number headings. I don't know if you can, but this is chapter 16 and like written in Mayan numbers is the number 16 and beneath it, and that's every chapter. So yeah, so basically Zane Obispo, Zane is this kid who has a volcano in his backyard. He lives in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico. Like, he has one leg toward the others. He has a cane, and I think he's in middle school, and he's like having a tough time. He just got through. He promised his mom if he could do a year of homeschool, he'd go back to public school, but he hates it. He hates public school because they always bully him for being weird by call him three legs or whatever. That's one of the things I love about these books. It takes misfits and gives them such an amazing adventure. His volcano is like where he always goes with his dog, Rosie, and they like bond there all the time. He finds a passage into the volcano, and by doing so, he exposes this old ancient god that's hidden inside the volcano to the outside world, and basically like lets loose this chain of events on a prophecy. The god is released, and Zane has like a couple of friends help him along the way that are there to help him re-trap that god and like put things right. It's a really fun journey. I definitely think like being called Storm Runner and there being volcanoes, there's a lot of weather things. However, there was one minor teeny detail I have to complain, right? Okay, so I'm a marine science major. There's a part in the book where they're talking about hurricanes. They're talking about how they're formed, and like the god who's in charge of hurricanes also says he's in charge of tsunamis. This kind of like confused me because tsunamis aren't caused by the water. A tsunami is caused when there's an earthquake and like the shifting in the plates, all that water mass is like, whoa, what's going on? So the water kind of gets shifted around and the earthquake causes a tsunami. Not anything to do with the weather or the water itself. It's the physical ground of the earthquake causing a tsunami, and the god who is in charge of hurricanes said he was also in charge of tsunamis. That's the only thing in the book, the entire book, like it's a one sentence detail that was the only error I had in the book. And the book itself is phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. I don't know, I think I'm going to give it 4 stars. But the book's amazing. If you have access to it, if you can check it out, it comes out on the 18th. And that's all I have to say on Stormrunner today, you guys. I've also heard that there's a Korean mythology one coming out. And I'm just like beyond filled with excitement for all these good books that are coming out. Like I can't wait to get my hands on them, okay? So thank you for watching this video. And yeah, I'll talk to you later.